Hi, in every issue we're going to try to show you a software program or some tool that we use to make our life more efficient and easier to do. And this month we decided to start off with Smartsheet just because it really is an amazing tool that has made our life easier. And actually this is the tool that we used to design this, to plan and put together and design this issue of the magazine. And it's simple. You go to smartsheet.com. Not hard. They got different varieties that you can use. I think they have one that's like $15, $16 a month. There's other tools you can use, but what makes this one so strong is the ability to use it with other people that aren't necessarily with you. When you get it, I would definitely recommend opening up the help and looking at the different help videos. I mean, they just have a ton of them. And as you watch them, they'll start to show you different ways that you can use it. And I guarantee you'll think of things I haven't even showed you. In this particular one, let me show you some of the features. It really is just if you know how to use an Excel spreadsheet, you know how to use this. It really is just a tricked out spreadsheet. And if you look at it, it's got some things across the top. Like I can attach things. And you can see how we use that. I wrote an article, sent it on to Rosemary, who's our editor. She would basically write it and say, look at it and say, this was the one I sent her. This was the one that she sent back to me saying, yeah, here's the changes that need to be made. And you can click on that and it'll simply open up in Windows. And I don't know why it's taking so long. There we go. And it opens up in Windows. You can see this, and this was the actual before it got looking pretty, because then what we did is we would use this, and once I signed off on it, we loaded it into Dropbox from here, and our design editor Jacqueline would basically take it and make it look like it looked on the in the actual issue itself. This here is where we're able to stick some comments. So, like, how to use it. Let's look at this one. Note from the editor. What did I write there? I'm waiting for you guys. Oh, Rosemary actually wrote me one. So this is how we can go back and forward. No sense attaching the old one. All right, and you can see you can actually do a lot of things. Like the note from the editor had a lot of pieces to it. We had the CPA's mission, educating. It actually had an article that was here. Um, and you can indent, and that's what these tools do. They allow you to take a section out or in. You can, wrap it so that it all shows up here. You can print, you can save, you can do all kinds of things to it. All those typical things that you can do in any kind of spreadsheet. You can assign something to a person. This, by the way, is row indicators, icons, just kind of show you the levels where things are, and you can hide a column, you can do whatever, you can do pretty much whatever is there. Here you can decide to insert a row above or below. You get to create your own columns, and what's really kind of cool, you can say you want to edit the column properties, and I kind of created it where I wanted to have it assigned to by contact list, and I create who I'm sharing it with. And this particular worksheet was just shared with four of us. And if you create it, you're the owner, and then you have other people, and basically, these different people have the ability to see it. And every time, what's kind of cool is every time there's a change made, they get they can get a notification. They get an email and see right here, shared users are emailed once a day when anything changes. And you can change that if you want, but that's kind of cool. It helps you as a manager, and I'll show you how I use it for something else. But, I can say who I'm assigning it to. I can give it a due date. We were in such a hurry this time. It was like, do it now. We didn't really use that feature as strong as we should have. We can do the status, where it's completed, where it's at. Again, we were just running so hard that, to get this first issue out, that, we didn't use it as strong, but I've used it quite often in other things. And we use it for a lot of things. I can't really open it because it's proprietary. This is a client. I'm doing a QuickBooks training for a client, so I actually sit down and I do the same thing, where I basically list all the steps and who has to do them and what the due dates are. I do delegated projects to myself, to my staff.
But where it really made a heck of a difference was when we had a problem when all the tax returns we have to do, and we created one that called 1040s. And again, I can't really open it because it has a bunch of my client names on there. But what would typically happen in the past is that a client would call up and say, "Hey, I dropped my tax return off. Where is it?" And we'd have to go search, find it, and everything. And what we were able to do is we just designed one of these spreadsheets, put it together, and it said what date they came in. If we were waiting on questions, we attached a question. So what would happen is the call came in this time, rather than looking like we didn't know what we were doing, the receptionist or whoever answered the phone loaded it up, went to the client name, and said, "Yeah, it's in review right now. No, it's still a work in process." Or, "Wait a minute, it's waiting for information. Let me open this up and see what we're missing." And it just made life so much smoother. Trust me, between delegating special projects like this issue, or even just tracking normal workflow, this is a very strong tool because of most people know it. You can see we had 35 attachments, had six. You can actually look at all the different discussions that we had. They can be emailed back and forward. Um, you can do all kinds of things with this thing, and even create forms and do some smart outsourcing. Smart outsourcing, yeah. Well, they call it smart sourcing, but it's outsourcing. This is a strong tool for a very low cost. I We use it a lot, and it's been a lifesaver. And hopefully it'll be something that might work for you too. And if you're a one man operation, I'm not sure I'd pay the fee. I'd probably get something, like one of the calendar programs with Google or Yahoo or something like that. But if you've got a team out there and different people in different places, I mean, literally, we have people that are in different companies that I'm working with, who I've assigned work to get a project done. And this makes life very easy because they can get in here and they can update me and see what's going on. It really works. Hope you find this helpful, and until next time, let's make this our most profitable year ever.